Hello, beautiful yogis, and welcome to your class today. We're going to start off on all fours. So just joining me, bringing your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips with your toes untucked. Let's start with our cat-cow to open our spine and to create more length. So on your next inhale, bend the elbows, drop the belly down, eyes look all the way up to the ceiling, cow pose. Exhale, stomach in, chin to your chest, arch the spine, cat pose. Again, inhale, elbows bend, belly drops down, all the way up with the eyes. Exhale, stomach in, chin to your chest, push the floor away. Again, inhale, elbows bend, drop the belly down, eyes look all the way up. Exhale, stomach in, chin to your chest, arch the spine. Two more. Inhale, belly drops down, elbows bend, eyes up. Exhale, stomach in, chin to your chest, arch the spine. One more time. Inhale, elbows bend, belly drops, eyes look up. Exhale, stomach in, chin to your chest, arch the spine. So beautiful. Coming back to a neutral spine position, let's activate our core with our Superman crunches, elbow to knee. So extend that left leg out nice and long, point the toe. Remember, if you can't do this pose with the arm and the leg, you can still go ahead and do it with just the arm. If you're moving with me, shift the body weight. So get your balance by stretching that right arm forward. The more that you stretch and lengthen, the easier it is to hold. So inhale, stretch the arm, point the toe, belly in. And then exhale, crunch, elbow to the knee, draw the navel to the spine. Again, inhale, extend the arm, extend the leg, point the toe. Exhale, crunch, elbow to the knee, belly button drawn in. Three more. Inhale, lengthen, point the toes, stretch apart. Exhale, crunch, elbow to the knee, belly button drawn in. Two more. Inhale, lengthen as you look forward and stretch. Exhale, crunch, elbow to the knee, belly in. One more time. Inhale, stretch yourself as far apart as you can. And then exhale, we're going to hold it here, belly button drawn in, crunch for 3, 2, 1. Relax the right hand down, left knee down, a little shake, a little shimmy if you need. Amazing work. Let's move to the other side. So make sure those wrists are positioned underneath the shoulders. Let's go ahead and extend that right leg out long. Point the toe. Heel is in line with the hip. Eye gaze should be on a spot in front of you as we now extend that left leg forward. Remembering, if you fall out of the posture, just jump straight back in. Inhale, stretch the fingertips forward, point the toe back, belly in. And then exhale, we crunch the elbow to the knee, draw the navel to the spine. Inhale, extend and lengthen. Exhale, crunch, nice and compact. Inhale, looking forward as we stretch ourselves apart. Exhale, crunch, elbow to knee, chin to your chest. 2 to go. Inhale, lengthen, stretching forward, even looking forward. Exhale, crunch, belly button drawn in. And one more time. Inhale, lengthen and stretch, stretch, stretch yourself apart. Exhale, crunch, elbow to knee and hold for 3, 2, 1. Good. Release the left hand, right knee. And a little bit of a shake if that feels good. One more challenge for the core. Keep the hands, palms where they are. Spread the fingers. Press the index fingers and thumbs firm into the mat. Maybe walk the knees a couple of inches forward. We're moving into our crouching tiger. So tucking the toes and lifting the knees a couple of inches off the floor. Looking down between the hands, palms, puffing up in between the shoulder blades. Draw that navel to the spine and hold. Focus on the breath. Concentrate, hold for 3, 2, 1. Kiss the knees to the floor and we're going to go straight back up. So straight back up into your crouching tiger. A couple of inches, lift the knees off the floor. If your legs, thighs start to shake, that means you're working hard. Belly button drawn in, breath is flowing. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Good. Kiss the knees to the floor one more time. Straight back up. Last one, I promise. So pressing the hands, palms firmly into the mat. Relax the neck. Eye gaze should be between the hands or maybe a little bit more forward. Thighs engaged, belly button drawn in. Dome in between the shoulder blades for 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees to the floor. Awesome work. If you need to shake out those wrists, please do so. A lot of work being done with the shoulders and the upper body. Okay, so joining me back onto all fours, moving into our next shape, we're going to tuck our toes and lift our knees, hips up to our downward facing dog. We won't stay here for long. We'll move straight into our next pose, our scorpion leg. So on your next inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Point the toe, bend the knee and let the foot drop towards the left. So square off the shoulders by pressing hands, palms firmly into the mat. Lifting the left heel off the floor as high as you can. And yawning that hip open, creating nice length and opening and expansion into that right side hip. Keep the breath flowing. Focus on breathing and lifting the knee a little bit higher for 3, 2, 1. Good. Slowly release the right leg back down to the mat. On your next inhale, float the left leg up to the sky, point the toe. And then exhale, bend the knee and let the foot drop towards the right. Good. Squaring off those shoulders, pressing the hands, palms firm into the mat. You might like to come up nice and high onto that standing supportive leg. Pressing the hands, palms firmly into the mat. Feel the opening into the left side hip. Relax the back of the neck. Breath is flowing for 3, 2, 1. So nice. Slowly lower that left leg down. Good. Looking forward, walking your feet wide and halfway up the mat with the feet as wide as the mat, the toes turning out. We're going to bend the knees as much as we can and bring our hips down as low as we can for our squat pose, Malasana. Now, if that's too difficult for you, you might need to walk the feet a little further apart. Closer the feet are together, it's a little bit harder. The further away is a little bit easier. So some of us might not be able to get our heels to the floor just yet. That's okay. Just do the best that you can. So getting a really nice deep stretch, a nice deep opening into those hips, to the hip flexors, even into the glutes here. If you're feeling stable enough, you might even be able to bring your hands, palms in prayer position in front of your heart. If you're not quite there yet, that's okay. Just do the best that you can. We're just staying in this pose for 30 seconds. Like I said, a really amazing hip opener. Really deep as well for the hip adductor muscles, so they can get really quite tight. Just focus on your breath, breathing here. For 3, 2, 1. If you can, press the heels into the mat and lift all the way up. If you need to use your hands, that's okay. And then finding your way to the top of the mat with the feet hip distance apart, arms by your side, palms facing forward. Moving into our standing half crescent moon pose. So next inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And we're going to grab our left wrist, keeping the feet hip distance apart, stretch up out of the waist, and in a straight line, we're coming over to the right. So pulling that left arm out of the body, feeling a deep, intense stretch down the left side of the body. Just push your hips slightly forward, upper body back, and the body weight shifts back to the heels. Push your left hip a little bit more forward, your right shoulder a little bit more forward. Feel that stretch nice and deep. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Good. Coming back to the center and release the hands. This time left hand grabs the right wrist. Stretch up out of the waist, and in a straight line, we're going to stretch over to the left. So pulling the right arm out of the body, feeling that deep stretch down the right side. Eye gaze is forward, chin is up, hips slightly forward, body weight shifts back to the heels. Keep that breath flowing, keep the spine, the body lengthening, focus on the breath. Breathe as you pull for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Slowly coming back up, making sure that you're at the top of the mat. And then bring your hands, palms to your hips. We're going to extend that right leg back into a lunge position. So if you can keep the hands, palms off the mat, please do so. Otherwise, if you need to, you can bring your hands to the floor for extra support. We're going to bring the arms up this time. So just finding yourself into that position and then bending the elbows as much as we can to cactus the arms. Taking a nice deep breath in. And then exhale, start to look up to the ceiling, push the chest forward and squeeze the shoulder blades into one another. So crescent moon pose, crescent lunge pose with a backward bend. Heart is forward, eyes are up. If you fall out, jump straight back in. Nice and strong, feel the opening for 3, 2, 1. Good. Hands back to your hips, looking forward, and then stepping the right leg back. Let's go to the other side. Extend that left leg long. So again, if you need that modification, you can bring the hands to the floor, absolutely fine. Otherwise, keep your hands, palms on your hips and lunging into the right leg. Once you've got your balance, you can extend those arms up towards the ceiling and then bend the elbows to cactus the arms. Looking forward, take a breath. And then on the exhale, start to look up to the ceiling as you push the heart, the chest forward, and drop the elbows back and down. Good. Creating a beautiful chest expansion here. Strong with those legs. If you fall out, jump straight back in. Breathe for 3, 2, 1. Good. Hands back to your hips. Looking forward, whoop, and then stepping that left leg forward. Beautiful work. Shake it out. A lot of work there in the spine, a lot of work into the hips, into the legs. And when you're ready, just finding your way onto your back in whatever way you can quickly get there. Lengthen yourself out with your legs long, your arms long, and closing down the eyes. So maybe even widen the feet as wide as the mat. Let your feet flop open like a book. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And just start to feel and observe all of the changes in the body. Maybe even feeling more spaciousness, more openness. Breathing. And just smiling inwardly to yourself, thanking yourself for your amazing hard work. As we close our practice for today's class, hands in prayer in front of your heart, From my heart to your heart, thank you so much for your energy. Namaste.